Do you struggle with willpower? Do you ever find yourself thinking, I don't have a lot of willpower, maybe I'm just lazy? Then this video is the one for you. For the best advice on overcoming limitations in your life, press the subscribe button and hit that bell so you never miss a video. Hey, my name is Emily Jones-Smith, soon to be author, podcast host, and founder of Live Without Limits Official. This series is all about limiting beliefs, and the limiting belief I want to get into today is, I don't have much willpower, maybe I'm just lazy. If you struggle with willpower or want to know how to gain more willpower, then carry on listening because I'm going to give you some practical tips and mindset shifts to make sure you are in control of your life. You're not lazy. The first thing I want to point out to you is you're not lazy. You're lacking motivation. You don't have the thing to motivate you. You don't have a why that makes you cry. A why that makes you cry is something so deep inside of you, something so motivating, something that pushes you forward or pulls you forward because you want change in your life. You are not lazy, you just don't have a purpose, or the purpose that you thought you had isn't as attractive or inspiring or motivating or pulling as it used to be. When that passion is bigger, you will have more willpower to do the things to get you there. When you don't have that passion, you lack willpower because there's nothing pushing you. There's nothing pulling you to get things done. So redefine your purpose. Ask yourself what you want to achieve, why you want to achieve it, and really create a why that makes you cry. What's the real definition of willpower? I was listening to this podcast on Lewis Howes' podcast, School of Greatness. I highly suggest it. I'm in love with this podcast recently. I have not been listening to anything but it. There was a discussion on the podcast recently, and a lady was saying, what really is willpower? Because a lot of people think willpower is doing the things that they don't want to do, doing the things that are difficult, when actually how she defines willpower is having a goal and doing the things to get to that goal. It's not everything around it. It's the things to get towards your purpose, the things to get towards your goal. You may think you're lacking in willpower, but are you really? Because are you lacking willpower for the things to get to your goal, or is it just these things around you that you're not really interested in? Because at the end of the day, our life is short and we should be doing things that we want to do. We should be getting towards the goals that we want to achieve. So ask yourself, are you really lacking willpower, or are you putting willpower into the wrong places of your life? Are you putting willpower into places where you don't actually want to achieve and neglecting the goals that you're trying to set yourself to push yourself and progress yourself forward? Build trust. Build trust in yourself. A lot of people think they lack willpower when actually they lack trust. This is something that happened to me. A couple of months ago, I started saying that I would wake up earlier. I never did. I kept on saying I'd wake up earlier and I never did. Slowly, I broke down the trust within myself. If someone told you that they were going to do something and constantly let you down, that would break trust in them. You do this with yourself when you don't do the things you say you're going to do. And then when you say you're going to do something, you already have a voice in the back of your head saying, Emily, are you really going to do that? You've broken that trust. It's not willpower that you lack, it's trust. You do have that willpower, but you're already telling yourself you're not going to do it because all the other times you said you're going to do something, you haven't done it. So that willpower is there. You just need to build the trust back. Start slowly. Say you're going to do something small and do it. Build that trust. Realize that there is willpower there and build both of them alongside each other. Just start. You do have willpower there. Sometimes it's just the starting that seems difficult. You have the willpower to follow through, but sometimes it's just that getting started. It's just writing that first sentence, doing that first exercise. Tell yourself that you're going to do 5 minutes of the thing that you need to do. And after those 5 minutes, you can decide whether you want to carry on or stop. Most of the time, once you've done 5 minutes, you will realize you have the willpower to carry on. It was actually just starting that you found difficult. So start them 5 minutes, get the momentum going, and realize that willpower was there all along. Cold showers. Every single morning, Tony Robbins takes a plunge in an ice pool. He does it every single morning, not because he wants to, but as a kind of screw you to his brain. He does it because he can do it. There's all these things telling him that he doesn't want to do it. It's cold, it's the morning, but he does it anyway. When he does this, he proves to himself, even when he doesn't want to do something, he has the willpower to do it. You can do this too with cold showers. Take a cold shower every morning. It's actually scientifically proven to be very good for your health, but it's also a screw you to your brain saying, I know you don't want to do it, but I have the willpower over you. I have the conscious strength over you to do this thing. And if I can do this thing, I can do other things too. Meditate. Now, we all know there's a lot of benefits to meditation, but a benefit I came across recently was a friend who told me that the reason he meditates is because he gains more willpower, because he's shutting out these other things in his life as he's practicing meditation. When he meditates, he gains that willpower by being able to cut out other distractions, by being able to concentrate on this one thing, meditation. From practicing meditation, he's realized that he can do other things without being distracted because he knows that he can focus on just one thing. If he's doing a video, he can focus on that. If he's doing work, he can focus on that. Meditation has given him this knowledge of willpower that he can just concentrate on one thing without being distracted. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you smash that like button. Also, let me know in the comments below how you are with willpower. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being really good and 0 being really low, where is your willpower? Willpower is contagious. You will realize that when you start hanging around with like-minded people, I've definitely realized this while doing YouTube videos, that when you hang around with like-minded people, it's contagious. Willpower. You see other people doing the things that you want to do, and it gives you that willpower, that extra boost. It gives you that extra boost to do more. Even when you feel like giving up, it gives you that extra boost because you are surrounded by these amazing people. So surround yourself with amazing people, like-minded people, and find that the willpower to do what you want to do is actually contagious. Set realistic goals. As I was saying previously in this video, I spent a couple of months telling myself that I'd wake up at a particular time. Honestly, sometimes I still do it now. We're not perfect. But what you need to do is realize what realistic goals are to you. If I tell myself I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, it's probably not gonna happen. So don't go and tell yourself that you're going to do things that aren't actually realistic. You will start to feel that you don't have the willpower to do them when actually you just don't have the want. There's a difference between wanting to do something and wanting to do something. When you want to do something, that second want, you go and do it. So realize to set these realistic goals, ones that you can actually achieve and the ones that you actually believe you're going to do. Now, I don't mean long-term goals, like dream big for your long-term goals, but for your daily goals, make them realistic, make them achievable, because it's these little achievable goals that are gonna take you to that extraordinary big dream. And when you have realistic goals, you will build your willpower because of the momentum that comes with it, and it will push you forward. Plan in advance. If you know you get distracted easily, plan in advance. Know what your triggers are. Know how to get past these triggers. Change your environment. If you know your willpower cannot resist a Snickers bar like me, don't have them in your house. If you know your willpower cannot resist an episode on Netflix, don't go to the TV. Know what you can and you can't resist. Don't test your willpower at the start. It's not a time to test it. Change your environment, know your triggers, and plan for distractions. Finish what you begin. I was one of those children that went from hockey to swimming to gymnastics to basketball to baseball. Literally all the sports under the sun, I did it, but I did not stick to a single thing. Finish what you start. When you always, are incomplete with your life, when you don't complete things, your willpower will realize that. Your trust will realize that. So finish what you start, or better yet, tell yourself, I'm not going to start this unless I promise myself I am going to finish this. Make your bed. This seems so ridiculous, but it's so easy and so true. When you make your bed every single day, that's willpower. That is willpower. It's a small habit, and it proves to you after time that willpower does become habit. If you do something every single day for 60 days, it's gonna be an ingrained habit. You're gonna feel weird not doing it, and you're gonna realize that actually willpower turns into something amazing. Willpower turns into habits. And if you have willpower and use your willpower for positive things, they're gonna turn into positive habits. So use your willpower wisely. I suggest start with your bed, because you realize when you can do that on a consistent basis, you can do so many other things too. It may seem so small, but that small thing is actually something so big. Fuel tank. Realize that there is not an unlimited source of willpower. A lot of people think there is an unlimited source of willpower, and they smash out their day doing all these things, and at the end of the day or halfway through the day, they lose willpower and think, maybe I just don't have enough willpower. When actually, willpower is a fuel tank. You run low. It's not an infinite source that goes on and on and on. It does run low. So realize that. You do have willpower, you just need to put it into the right things. And that's why I really suggest you know your goals and you know your priorities and you know where you want to go. Because if you don't put your willpower into those things, you're gonna be putting them into something else. And then you're gonna feel like you don't have enough willpower for your life and your dreams. So, moral of the story, willpower is a fuel tank, not an infinite source. Put your willpower into your priorities. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's helped. If it has, let me know how in the comments below. I am here every single Friday, so I hope to see you next week. If you've liked this video, please like, put a comment in the comments, subscribe, and press that bell button so you never miss a video. Bye.